So today's topic is about drugs and alcohol. And now before anyone says anything about like, oh, this is probably going to sound like the same PSA video over and over again, I want to talk about it more into detail. Let's please stop demonizing these people that are using drugs or alcohol. You don't know why they're using it or why they started to use it in the first place. It's a coping mechanism and it's not a healthy one, but it's not for society to be like, oh yeah, don't end up like a junkie or a druggie, or don't end up like an alcoholic, right? And instead of shaming these people, why don't most people ask them like, hey, what's wrong? Or why don't you ask yourself, why did this person decide to choose to do drugs or alcohol? And then when people are like, oh yeah, well, look at that person doing X amount of drugs, or that person drinking X amount of things, you don't know why people do these things, right? And then when people act like people who use drugs or alcohol, they're like the most evilest people. And that's what so many people think. When you think of a bad person, sometimes some people will think of like a drug addict or like an alcoholic. And it makes me sad because it's like these people, they need help. And instead of people being like, yeah, let's help these drug addicts, or I don't even like to call them addicts, I just call them users, because no one is really addicted to anything. It's just people wanting to escape from a harsh reality, whether that be family problems, work problems, anything in this world. But there's a reason why people choose to do it, right? And I'm not going to sit here and make a video about, like, oh, well, why drug users are bad or whatever. I've seen plenty of videos of people shaming people that use drugs or use alcohol. And it's really shameful because it's like, you need to realize that most people, they don't want to do it. They just do it because it's an escape from their reality, right? And then when I see videos of people being like, oh yeah, I'm sober, that makes me happy, you know? I'm not gonna name the YouTuber or whatever, but I will. His name was Popular MMOs, and he made a video about like him being like sober for 140 days, and I was really, proud that he made that video, because I know a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but I know like one or two people that have dealt with, drugs or like alcoholism, and it made me happy that he was using his platform to speak up about it and to make. And me personally, I haven't done any type of drugs or drank alcohol before, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, look at, this junkie, or oh yeah, look at this guy being an alcoholic and doing this or that. Life's rough, and when life's rough, sometimes we tend to do things that we don't really want to do and kind of escape from our reality. And I just think that we should do better as a society to talk about drug awareness and alcohol awareness, and not bring drug users or alcoholic people down. Like, we shouldn't be so negative to them, because we label them as, not we label them, but society kind of views them as like less, or they're just bad people. Just because someone does drugs or they do alcohol, that doesn't mean that they're a bad person.